guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a back to school natural makeup look. It's on the title. I'm going to go ahead and clip my hair back just to get it out of the way. Now that I look like a 5-year-old. Let's move on. So I already have prepped my skin by using this. It's just an extra virgin coconut oil moisturizing cream. This is from Naturewell. Honestly, it's not really meant to use for your face, but I don't usually have sensitive skin, so I went ahead and used it. That's what I'm using this for, but you can use any moisturizer that you like. Okay, so next I'm going in with my MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm just going to apply this to my face. This is in the shade Pink Light. I don't actually know if they have other shades or not, but this is the one that I'm using, and I just apply about this much to the back of my hand, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my skin. I also take this down my neck just because I take my foundation down my neck and I want it to have the same finish. So I go ahead and take that down my neck as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation in the shade 204 Creamy Natural. I really like this one because of the really fresh, natural, kind of radiant finish. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I do have normal to dry skin, so I tend to go for more dewy looks than matte, but sometimes I do go for matte looks. So I'm just applying this all over my face as well. Technique sponge, and I just like to wipe whatever was on my hand just to kind of clean that up, and then go ahead and blend out my foundation. I have no real technique. I have no real technique for this. I just kind of blend it out. Also, if you're using a shade that's a tad bit darker than your face, which mine is, so that it will match the rest of my body, I would recommend blending it into your hairline so that it's kind of like a seamless finish and you don't look crazy. Okay, so once that's nice and blended in, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer. This is in the shade Light Ivory, and I really like this. For a drugstore concealer, this is very full coverage. Yeah, so I just make little triangles under my eyes, and then whatever's left in the wand, I'm just going to take on my lid. And I like to blend that out with the same beauty sponge, so let's go ahead and do that. Once that's nice and blended in, the only thing about this concealer is it tends to crease pretty quickly, and because I tend to move my face a lot, I'm going to go ahead and set that, even though I do want this look to be dewy, so I'm not going to bake, I'm just going to set it. And I have this in the Naked Cosmetics jar, but I'm pretty sure it's the RCMA powder, but I'm going to go ahead and just take this underneath my eyes and just kind of press it into my skin, just to make sure that our concealer isn't going anywhere. And this one does not have flashbacks, so recommend, and I think it's pretty cheap. And once again, I'm going to link everything in the description box so you can find it. If it's a high-end product, I'm going to try and find a dupe for it. If I know a dupe that I've heard a lot, I'm not going to recommend anything that I don't think would actually be a good dupe. So some things I may not have tried, but I'm definitely going to recommend things that I think are probably going to be good. Okay, so once I'm done with my eyes, I know people do their makeup differently. I'm going to go ahead and bronze. So I'm just taking my butter bronzer. This is the normal one. In winter, I'm more of the light shade, but since I actually have a little bit of color to my skin, I just tap off the excess on my brush and go ahead and apply this to hollows on my cheeks. And I feel like I have to be pretty careful with this bronzer as I can get kind of carried away with it. I don't know how it's going to show up on camera, so I hope I don't look like crazy clown. Okay, Okay, so after my skin is nice and bronzed, I like to take a foundation brush. This is just the BH Cosmetics 135. And I'm just going to buff that into my skin just to give it more of like a natural kind of finish. And I don't have any product on this brush. Okay, now that I'm done bronzing, I'm going to go ahead and take my blush. I'm just taking my Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in the shade Feisty. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the apples of my cheeks. So this blush is rather pigmented. So I'm just going to kind of dot it on at first and then kind of blend backwards when I'm happy with the color. Okay, once I'm happy with my blush color, we're going to move on to highlight. Okay, so another Tarte product, I'm using the Amazonian Clay Highlighter in the shade Stunner. This is literally a stunner. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's such a beautiful highlight and it's gorgeous. You don't have to wet your brush, but I really love an intense highlighter. So I'm going to use my Badescu facial spray. I have the cucumber and green tea. You can use whichever one or any like setting spray that you want to use. I'm just using this because it's what I use as my setting spray as well. So I'm just wetting my brush with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my brush and just lightly go into that. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply this straight to my cheekbones. Dust the highlighter above here. I don't want it to be too blinding. The highlighter brush that I was using is from Scone and it's actually for blending. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wet this brush as well. It is the BH Cosmetics brush in 142, and I'm going to go ahead and tap this into my highlighter as well. And the first thing that I like to do is go ahead and take that on my inner corner. Once I have my inner corner highlighted, then I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone. I don't know if you guys, if this is your first video for my channel or not. This will be the third video that I posted. In my first video, which was my back to school try-on haul, I'll have it linked down below. If you haven't seen that, my brow bone highlight in that video is like, it's out there. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. So I'm using my ABH Brow Wiz in the shade medium brown, and so I'm just going to use the mirror from my highlighter and go ahead and do my brows. If you guys want an in-depth brow tutorial, be sure to comment down below. I don't know what kind of content you guys want until you comment it. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. These don't take very long. I'm also going to be using my Brow by Benefit, and this is in the shade 2. Yeah, I'm just going to do these off camera and then I'll come back whenever I'm done. Okay, so now that I have my brows done, I wanted to mention that I also set them with the Rimmel London Brow This Way Brow Gel. Okay, so the next thing that I do, I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyes. Okay, so I feel like the perfect eyeshadow for back to school is, I really love a light pink in the crease, and I also love just taking my bronzer. I feel like this is the perfect like brown shade, and I'm taking my blending brush and I'm just going to take my bronzer and go ahead and pop this into my crease. The reason that I take it a little bit higher than the crease is because I do have hooded eyelids, so yeah. I also like taking it out, kind of creating a little triangular shape out here just because I like giving my eye a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to take my eyelash curler. This one's just from Revlon. I don't think it really matters what eyelash curler you use. Just make sure that the little squishy part is actually squishy and not going to cut off all your eyelashes. So I'm going to take my eyelash curler and just curl both my lashes. Lights Camera Lashes mascara. It's really, really nice, and I feel like it gives me the perfect length and the perfect volume. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I like to do for my lashes after they've been curled, I like to hold a mirror at this angle so I can look straight down, and that way I can get to the root of my lash. I like to take my wand and definitely go back and forth like this. So another trick that I like to use for my mascara routine is I like to take it as close to the inner corner as I can. I feel like this gives me more of like a falsy kind of look. I'm also going to take and just lightly go over the tips of it on the upper side, and then go ahead and go through and comb through just one more time. And then because my bottom lashes are really, really extremely long, I like to just take and barely tap them for mascara, and if it's too long I'll just kind of pick at it like so. Okay, so now that I'm done applying mascara to both lashes, oh, I also wanted to mention one reason that I look down like this is to keep from getting mascara on my lid so I don't ruin my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes for the second time. I know a lot of people don't recommend this. You don't have to do it, it's just what I do to get my lashes to look the way they do. And yeah, so I'm just going to curl them again. You want to be really, really careful, obviously, and I like to wait for my mascara to dry down a little bit, and I just pump it a couple times, and then I just look up and kind of fan them out like that. So you can see the curled versus the not curled. And if you have trouble holding curl in your lash, I would recommend taking a blow dryer and heating up your curler beforehand. That actually really helps. I've done that before, but you want to make sure it's not too hot by testing it on the back of your hand. Also, using waterproof mascara is supposed to hold curl better than regular. I've not tested that myself, but I have heard it, so yeah. And you can use any drugstore mascara. I just really, really like the Tarte one, the way that it makes my lashes look. I feel like they literally look like falsies. Absolutely love this mascara. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, so my favorite lip combo lately has been this Jordana Easy Liner retractable pencil in the shade Rock and Rose. I don't tend to overline that much, but if I do, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like on the line still. Choices here, and it really depends on preference. I love these lippies though, and if you can, I would get some. They actually, I think right now they're buy one get one free, unless that deal has gone off by the time I posted this, but if it's not, check Ulta's website. I'll try, you can look in the description box, I'm sure I'll be like, guys, it's still on, and like put the link or whatever. But I have two choices here. I have Child Star, which is more of like a pinky shade. I'll actually swatch them on the back of my hand. So if you're more of a pink kind of gal, you're going to want to go for Child Star, which is this top one right here, and they do dry down matte. Just swatch them though, so they're still drying. If you're more of a nude brown kind of girl, you're going to want to go for Cool Girl. I love these. They're the most comfortable matte that I've ever put on my lips, and they don't tend to dry them out when my lips are really, really dry. I'm going to go for Cool Girl just because I'm more of like a brown nude kind of girl, and because of the combo that I'm going to use with this, I feel like the brown tends to look better, but if you do like a pink, you could totally use Child Star. I'm just going to wait for that to dry, and then we're going to move along to the next step. Okay, so once that is almost completely dried, I'm going to go ahead and go in with another Too Faced lippy. I'm going to use the Melted Latex, and this one is in the shade Peekaboo. This is definitely a pink, but I feel like it balances out the brown really, really well. I'm going to swatch this one as well. Okay, so there's Peekaboo. So my trick for applying this, because it is so like sticky, it's literally like liquid latex. I'm going to apply a couple dots down here, that much for my entire lip. I'm going to go ahead and take off the excess on this brush, and once the excess is all off of it, then I'm just going to use that to smear out what's already on the lips. Okay, so that is the finished lip look, and it'll kind of dry down a little bit better. So that's the finished makeup look, and after I'm completely done, I just like to take my Badescu facial spray and go ahead and just spray this over my entire face. So now that my face is drenched, I'm going to go ahead and wait for this to dry. Okay, so this is my everyday natural makeup for back to school. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is going to be back to school hairstyles. If you guys have any videos that you want me to film, definitely comment down below. I want to know what you guys want to see, not just me picking things, and each and every single one of my subscribers I want to have an input. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment what makeup product you could not live without. I think mine is probably mascara because I tend to look like a little boy when I don't have it on. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.